Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where I, Chris McLennan,
and me, Carl Noble,
try to make a cohesive sense of the Looney Tunes universe to very little avail.
I think it's going well.
Well, I mean,
it's going.
It's going.
Well, as a word you put on the end of going.
We're still here.
Yeah.
We haven't decided that it was
a bad
the worst idea. Yeah.
No, I think we decided it's a good idea.
Yeah, which is worrying.
Because it's really helping my sanity.
Yeah, it's really just keeping you on the level.
Yeah, it's really helping me keep it just between that, like, oh, is he alright?
Because Cal's a Lord of Leisure now. He's not working.
No, I'm not.
So he needs purpose in his life.
I do need
And luckily,
purpose.
we set that up just before he quit the job.
It's really handy. Maybe that's what drove me to quit.
Yeah, it's like,
because I was like, well, fuck it, I'll
finally,
just do that.
I found my calling.
Yeah, I'll just
found
do
what
that.
I'm doing. Watching Looney Tunes.
We've got a fly. That's fine.
We've got a fly in here, haven't we?
It's like a little tank, isn't he?
Right, enough of that.
Yeah.
Right, so last week we decided that Porky's probably like a mentor on some sort of
kind of like Big Brother-esque program.
Big Sister sort of program for people who've just taken the trouser test, although he seems to favour ducks so far.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what he
ducks
specialises in.
Maybe ducks favour him.
Possibly. Maybe they saw what massive success he had with Daffy.
Yeah, because that's gone great.
Well, I mean...
You wouldn't be able to pick Daffy out of a lineup as the one who did anything mad.
Well, no, of course not, because all of his reflections are kicking about.
Yeah, it's fine. What else?
Egghead. And
we saw an Egghead commune.
Yeah, little commune there, little postman. So we thought they might have like little jobs within that commune.
Yeah, and then it helps them save up for for those Egghead experiences. Yeah. But we also found out that there are some lesser Egghead experiences.
Yeah. If you're buying an Egghead experience, anybody out there, you're buying an Egghead experience, make sure you read the small print. You get what you pay for when it comes to the Egghead experience.
Because you've got the fancy Egghead experience.
Yeah, that's the one I'm struggling to say.
Okay.
Egghead experience. There we go.
Okay. Would it be easier if we just called it an Egg-sperience?
Oh, Egg-sperience, I like that. It would be easier if you called it an Egg-sperience.
I presume that's what at least one of the companies that offers these is called.
Yeah, probably.
Is it?
Like, because you got Egg-sperience.
Yeah. Eggs World.
Eggs World.
Yeah. Got a company.
Delivered by UPX?
UPX, yeah. That's what that old postie guy worked for.
Yeah.
There was that to look at. I don't remember
there wasn't
coming across many other revelations last week.
No, apart from like they occasionally put on shows for us.
Oh yeah,
Porky and the Lone Stranger, or the Lone Stranger and Porky. There's definite episodes where they know they're putting on a show. Yeah. So they had that kind of set back in time, but it wasn't actually set back in time.
But we'd only seen that. We'd only seen that since establishing the agency, right?
Yes.
So it's possible that they're starting to do it so that it doesn't appear as weird when they do it to cover some agency activity.
Yeah.
So we don't get another Porky and Wacky Land
debacle. Oh, yeah, because so you're thinking maybe they've just got like a load of like stock scripts ready, so if something like a tune escapes and they need to try and get them back in quickly, they just go up quickly.
Yeah, but I also think like they're going to start doing those a bit more, just so it doesn't seem weird to us when one turns up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because that one was just odd. The variety show of just, let's scroll through all of the characters we can find.
Yeah, that wasn't doing it for us. It wasn't answering any questions. It was just making us very suspicious.
Yeah, and I was very suspicious.
Shall we get into some tunes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the next one's called Amateur Night.
Oh.
It's an Egghead number.
It is. Tex Avery as well, so...
Yep, so get your racism hats on, everyone.
Yeah.
Amateur Night doesn't sound like a naturally tenable position for an egghead, because ham and eggs tends to be consumed.
Does tend to be consumed, so thinking maybe eggheads maybe going to crack under pressure?
Maybe.
Oh, let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Okay. You want to give us a rundown?
I at the start I thought Egghead had cracked. So we're at what looks like some sort of variety show where there's going to be, lots of different acts going on. The stage seems to be entirely made out of trapdoors, because everywhere somebody was, a trapdoor could appear, which was quite good.
It's helpful. I'd like to see, how that mechanically pans out.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it is bloody impressive. So yeah, you got first appearance of Egghead. I thought he had cracked. I honestly thought he just went mental, because he's just coming up, singing a song. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Yeah.
And he gets the classic hook around the neck, and he's gone.
Yeah.
And then we have several acts come on. They get booed off. But in one of the acts,
a couple of them,
he does appear, and the old sword through the box with your volunteer inside one.
Yeah.
He's the volunteer.
He's the volunteer, and he stabs the box up, and then he opens the box, and you don't see what's inside, but you just see him hand it to a stagehand and go, "Give this gentleman his money back."
Yeah.
Now, I think we can all tell that his trick didn't really work. He just stabbed something up, but the fact that it's just give him his money back,
not give him a burial,
suggests that it wasn't much of a risk. The egg was still intact,
but the robotic
giggling
body
away, but the puppet body sort of
got stabbed in.
That he pilots around got stabbed up.
Oh. Yeah, it must have been an awful sight. But yeah, then we carry on. We see a couple of other shows. There's a hippo. The hippo is quite good. He doesn't seem to know his own strength. He maims a number of people.
Yeah.
Nobody seemed to die.
He laughs a lot and maims other people. He doesn't behave in a manner befitting someone in the
no. So I'm thinking recent trouser test, and hasn't been on the Big Brother program as of yet.
Yeah, he turned down mentorship.
Yeah. So possibly it's like it's first night after his trouser test, and he's went, "Well, I'm going to this.
I'm going to a show.
I'm going to a show."
Yeah.
But anyway, that kind of all wraps up, and then they do it at the end. The judge goes round and gets people to clap or boo for who they want to win, and come to Egghead at the end. So he was part of the show.
Yeah. Because he kept coming on and singing "Shall We Come Around the Mountain" and getting yanked off.
Yeah, just
in the end, it required 3 hooks to yank him off, and 1 for his hat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the hat's important.
Yeah. So, but in the end, he won, even though he was pretty terrible.
He was.
And then it turns around to the audience.
All eggheads.
And there's eggheads everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we think that, because we established the commune last week, I think maybe, this is a show that they put on in the commune,
Yeah, you've
got some sort of entertainment, and
so kind of like a USO show that they do for military troops, where they bring a load of people over, as entertainment, and it's generally something to perk their spirits up. So possibly that was a load of eggheads who were nearing the end of their sentience, which is why the egghead that was on stage seemed pretty potty.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe that's a free show for one last blowout.
Yeah. So, but also, the fact that I think the egghead who was on stage probably paid for and had some
leftover.
He'd scrimped and saved. And
money.
Had some leftover money, and he could.
He wanted to win the variety show.
Yeah. He goes, screw it, let's do that.
Yeah.
And they obliged. One other thing that we've just I forgot. It was near the start. The orchestra.
Yes.
Has it looks like it's got a conductor at the front, and then people waiting to play, but it turns out the orchestra pit is mostly full of conductors, and there's one guy who plays all the instruments. And I just think, this must be another sort of ridiculous employment program.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just you need a job, you could be a conductor. We've already got a conductor, thanks. It's well, no, you've got 2. And then that just went
went on and on, and now they've got 12 conductors and one guy who stands at the front who plays all of the instruments, because he's the only one who can.
Yeah, and but they're considered, on a level with one another.
Yeah,
Like no one's annoyed, no one's confused by this.
No,
it seems fine.
It seems perfectly normal. They seem totally okay with it.
You've got to get people jobs, and they can't play an instrument. It's like, well,
I guess wave a stick about.
Wave a stick about.
I'm guessing conducting's considerably harder than that. But...
Well, but it's still not playing.
No, it's not.
All the instruments.
It's not playing
of an
all
orchestra.
of the instrument at the same time. He did really well. I was quite impressed.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
We'll look out for him.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be.
But hopefully he can shed some of those conductors.
Yeah, it'd be good. I can't think of anything else really that kind of went on from there.
No,
something I did think is whether or not Egghead, when he paid for the experience, whether or not it was just to win the variety show, whether or not it was to win the variety show singing that song.
Yeah, is that his choice? Well, I reckon they don't make you do a certain thing to win the variety show. I reckon you just go in, and no matter what you do as the Egghead, they'll just go. Everyone will boo everyone else, and they go, yeah,
you win. I'm just wondering whether or not he specifically wanted to win singing that song.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't know why?
I don't know why I want to know. I just want to, for some strange reason, in my head it's going, was he specifically wanting to win singing that song?
He did try a good few times.
He did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I don't think we'll find out.
Because
presumably, by our theory,
it's one of those questions.
He'll be dead by then.
Yeah, it's one of those questions lost to the ether, I think. So yeah, up next anyway.
Yeah.
It looks like Porky's tyre trouble.
Yeah, it looks like Porky might be back at the petrol station, but he might just be visiting.
He did get a big bag of money at one point. Maybe he decided to do the whole.
Yeah. When did he get that big bag of money?
Porky the Gob.
Oh yeah, he got a big bag.
He got a big bag of money.
But then he came back and presumably because he had a little captain's hat in.
Oh yeah.
It's an Ill Wind.
Did he buy a little
boat? He bought himself a boat.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe he sold the boat.
Maybe.
Is it his garage? I don't know. We'll find out.
We're looking at Porky's Tyre Trouble, February 18th, 1939.
So he's not at a garage.
He's not at a garage. He's got a job at Snappy Tyres.
Yeah.
Where he manufactures tyres using a giant waffle iron that makes tyres.
Tyre iron.
A tyre iron.
Yeah. Which is odd. And it seems to be two people work there. Well, two people in a digger. So you've got the boss, who's a walrus.
Yeah.
You've got Porky. And then you've got the sentient digger, which grabs rubber trees, chews them, and then spits the rubber onto the tyre iron.
Yeah,
and then Porky
that's his job.
Flips it down, lifts it up, whaps out the tyre.
Yeah.
And the boss's job seems to be carrying tyres.
But he's a big, muscular walrus, whereas Porky could, the tyre's bigger than Porky.
Yeah.
So,
as we've discussed, Porky's quite diminutive anyway.
Yeah, he's a small pig.
He is a small pig.
But the prominent theme of the episode seems to be that Porky has a new dog, a new sub.
Yeah.
I don't flat last long. Fluky.
Yeah.
He just doesn't seem to get the arrangement.
No.
He's not following the orders. He's following Porky to work. He's still wearing his shoes as if he was, super sentient.
Yeah, like he's not getting clothes. Well, what's he playing?
He's wrecking Porky's shit.
Yeah.
And he's not even doing the sub thing.
No, they've not realised that. When Porky goes to work, he stays at home and cleans the house. That's what he does. That's it. That's Porky's shtick. That's what he's about. That's what he likes his sub dogs to do.
Yeah.
But big sign above the front door of the old tyre factory: no dogs allowed. And at first you think, okay, no dogs.
Yeah, his dog can't come in. But then you go, oh, hang on.
Does that actually just mean no dogs at all? So not
because
just...
also the walrus, he goes, I hate dogs.
Yeah,
hates
dogs.
He hates them.
Yeah.
It seems to be perfectly acceptable for him to just put up a massive sign.
Yeah.
Which says no dogs allowed.
So he probably doesn't hire dogs. I'm thinking this is some, prejudice that walruses have against dogs. I mean, we could do with some more information on this.
Do you think it's specifically that walrus or walruses in general? Because we had a walrus, the German walrus, who ran the Crocodero.
That's true. He didn't seem to have an issue with dogs.
He didn't seem to have an issue with dogs, but he also didn't seem to have an issue with Porky's very racist depiction
of that is true.
Minority artist after minority artist.
So possibly walruses are just famously like racist.
Yeah, they're intolerant of most non-walrus things. Maybe that but this was specifically dogs, and the previous one didn't seem to have a problem with dogs. There were dogs in the Crocodero.
Yeah.
So I think it's specific to
an
individual walrus, but I just don't think they're...
This walrus, this was his tyre factory. That Crocodero, that walrus could have just been the manager of it, and he's not allowed to bring... Well, he's allowed to bring his prejudice wherever the hell he wants, but he can't really impose them.
Right, that's possible, yeah.
It's possible he did have a thing against dogs, but he's just the manager, and if the boss says you let everybody in.
Also, if you're we've seen, there's a lot of dogs in the city.
Yeah,
and
you can't block out that amount of clientele, can you? Yeah. Just because you happen to not like dogs.
He just sucks it up. So we were on the working theory that there's a
walrus dog hatred. Wonder if dogs hate walruses though.
I reckon dogs are probably just really disappointed in walruses.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
It's the worst one. It's the worst one.
So I think that might be the case, because we've never seen any dog express hatred for walruses. Although we are seeing significantly more walruses.
We are seeing more and more walruses.
Yeah, they're oddly prominent.
It'll be interesting to see how this pans out. I'd like to see if it is the other way around as well. Like I say, I don't think it is. I think they're just...
Yeah.
Dogs are a bit indifferent about it.
What else happened in there?
There wasn't a large amount. I mean, Porky's dog drank a load of rubberizing solution, which apparently, if you
makes
do that,
rubber,
turns you into some sort of weirdly rubber-esque thing.
Yeah, but I think the problem here is I think we generally get more insight, certainly into the society, just in episodes where Porky interacts with large swathes of society.
That was it. This was the walrus, the digger, is dog.
We can't draw many trends.
No.
So I think we should
move
on to A Day at the Zoo, which is another Egghead number.
It is.
Egghead's still in. I thought the end of Egghead was pretty soon.
No, yeah, I think it is. Where have we got?
There we go. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Okay, so
actually, I think this is the second to last Egghead.
It is,
isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
So
the penultimate episode of Egghead.
Let's see what A Day at the Zoo is about.
Oh, all right.
I imagine it's about a day at the zoo.
I think it's probably Egghead's day, or maybe he's got a zookeeper experience.
Maybe
he's like, I'm going to be a zookeeper. Let's contact.
See what that's about.
Experience and book that one in.
You reckon it's an experience job, not an Eggswell job?
I'll be able to say more when we get back after the episode as to whether or not I think it is. But yeah,
you're calling it as experience right now.
I'm calling it now as experience. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Let's find out.
A Day at the Zoo, March 11th, 1939. Okay.
Yeah, that was just a zoo of stereotypes.
Yeah, but the weird thing about it was that all the animals in the cages pretty much could talk. They were all to human tunes, not just to each other.
Yeah, it was odd, because it started out just panning across different animals, because it seemed to be just a narrator going
pun after pun.
Yeah, here's this one, here's that one. I did quite like the pack of camels, and they were all just smoking. Yeah, I thought that was quite funny.
But yeah, they all seemed like they were all acting like animals for the most part, but a lot of them had a moment when they would speak or they would, it just
interact in some way which
it seemed odd that they were in the zoo.
Yeah, it did seem very odd that they were in the zoo.
Now I wonder if there are, say, animals in a zoo, well, in various zoos, who have their moment and become sentient. They don't want to become part of society.
Okay. So you think they just go, no, I'm quite happy where I am.
And then maybe this zoo is, like, there's a trade-off, right? So this zoo here, where Egghead's gone for a visit, it's like, right, well, you can stay in the zoo, but, you're going to have to come over to this one and occasionally you're going to have to do some...
You're going to have to do a bit.
Some work, basically.
Yeah.
Because they've got some mod cons in there. Like the elephant had a phone.
Did have fun. And no trunk. It's the first time I've ever seen an elephant depicted without a trunk, and it was weird. Hilarious and scary.
Yeah, it's a really weird looking thing.
It's just so bizarre.
And it's odd because, like, an elephant's quite a weird looking thing anyway when you think about it.
Yeah, but you remove one of its defining features.
Go, oh no, you go, it's weird. It's weird it's got that trunk. And then you take it off, you go, it wasn't weird, put it back. Put it back.
I liked it with the trunk. See, it could also just be a prison. Because there's a lot of people behind bars.
Yeah, there is, but then think how difficult it was to put anyone away before. That dog that killed all those people, he's still out and about.
What they did. Oh.
So you reckon each of those guys has killed at least 32 people?
Might not all be murderers, but like there was the rabbits there, and he said, everyone knows how quickly they multiply. Tax dodgers. They were dodging taxes. That's what they were all about.
Yeah, that's what they were all about.
I'm just putting forward another theory. Because,
that ostrich was making chicken clucking noise, and we wondered why that was, and it dropped its egg, and it opened, it was 1 dozen eggs. Yeah. Kidnapping.
Yep, kidnapping. Or just shoplifting.
Just shoplifting, yeah.
Because straight in prison.
So, 12 eggs. That's it.
Yeah, that's prison.
32 confirmed kills.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. 31 confirmed kills. One more and we're putting you away. Dozen eggs, though. Prison. Because then there was a jailbird there.
Yeah.
The Alcatraz jailbird. The stool pigeon. That was there.
Do you think it's like the punishment, like the penance you pay is the humiliation of being kept like a...
Yeah, because, it is quite humiliating. Because not a lot of them were demonstrating a lot of toon powers.
Yeah.
And some of those cages looked pretty horrible. Like, they're all close up and shit like that, so...
And that's why you've got the narrator as well, because, like, you've got people behind bars, and then he's there to constantly humiliate them by talking them as if they're on a nature show. Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's good. I like that. When you put away, you get your various items of formal clothing taken from you.
Taken off you.
And then you just
get narrated at.
You get narrated at while humans gawk at you.
Yeah.
So maybe we're not the other side of the demarcation line.
No.
Maybe that's the biggest humiliation of all.
Humans are there.
Because they let the humans in to come and just look at you and poke you.
That's what Egghead was doing.
Yeah.
Like the only thing Egghead did throughout the whole episode was poke the lion and then claim that he was a big boy.
I think he said bad boy.
Did he? Or real boy? He said a lot of different things.
I think his mouth said bad boy, but I think his eyes said real boy.
So yeah, but in the end, it comes back to the lion. The lion's lying there with a big full belly, and the narrator says, I guess that young boy or whatever he said, heeded my advice. And he didn't. He got eaten.
He got ate.
So, do you think that was the Egghead experience that he bought? He wanted to get eaten by a lion?
Do you think it's like a Dignitas sort of job?
Possibly.
He doesn't want to just fall apart.
No, he wants to go out in a blaze of glory, and that is being eaten by a lion.
It's possible.
It is very possible. I mean, he was alive in there, kind of a bit of a Jonah and a whale sort of situation going on.
Yeah, but how long do we think that lasts?
I don't know.
Do you think Egghead will
how long
remain
does
in
an
there and
egg
get digested, or do you think Egghead we'll pass.
How long do you think an eggshell lasts in a lion's stomach?
I don't know. Do we need to do some research?
I think, we still haven't had our biologist on. We need to ask our.
Well, add it to the list of questions to ask our resident biologist.
Is he going to know he's a marine biologist?
I don't care. If we're going to ask
him, let's ask him.
We can't get someone to cover every niche.
No, that is true. We would be out of a.
Do everything.
I'd like to say job, but it's not really a job. We'd be out of a hobby.
It's a job.
We'd be out of a hobby.
It's a job. It's a job.
It's a job, yeah. I'm still just waiting for that first paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll both be right. The trouble is, we don't really know who we're working for.
No, I've got no one invoice. This is the issue.
Yeah, that's it.
As soon as I've got something invoice, bang! It's gone straight in.
We could just pick someone.
We should just start invoicing random people.
Just
that's a totally different podcast, though. Here's us invoicing people and ringing them up irately.
I would listen to that. Right, we've got another Two Curious Puppy job up. Oh no, we haven't. We've got a Porky number up. Yeah, then a Two Curious.
Porky's movie mystery. So yeah, we can find out what that's all about.
Let's do it. Porky's movie mystery, March 11th, 1939. Oh, Porky.
I almost want to just pretend we didn't watch that and move on.
But the first sound you made, it was just it came up and it said starring Porky Pig as Mr. Motto, and you went, oh, just like, and that sums up, like the feeling there. So everyone's annoyed that there's not a new Mr. Motto flick in the Warner Brothers in the Toon world. So there's a Warner Brothers lot in the Toon world as well.
There is.
But Mr. Motto seems to be played by Porky Pig.
Yeah. Odd choice, but yeah.
But we had Mr. Motto films at that time as well from our Warner Brothers studio, presumably. I haven't checked too
deeply, but no, it seems. I imagine it probably would be.
So, what's interesting there is there's Warner Brothers studio on both sides of this thing, and I can't help but feel that it might be just as acting as a sort of front for the various goings on in the portal, similar. So I think they might be a front for the agency. You go into the Warner Brothers studios, you pull a pull a switch behind a bust of some famous Porky, well, I guess Porky Pig in this case.
Yeah, you flick up the head.
Peter Lorre in our world, you do it, and then you go down, and you're in the agency, and it's like the.
We should arrange a trip.
Several trips.
Road trips. Let's do it.
But so I think because there's direct parallels, but the plot here is that the Invisible Man is not happy.
That he's been in one show.
He says he's been in one film and they dropped him. Now, I think he's overreacting.
And he still has a dressing room.
Yeah, so if he's still got a dressing room, I don't think he's been dropped.
I don't think so.
But he wasn't happy about it anyway. And then the Phantom's terror. The Phantom is basically when he covers himself in a cape so he can be seen.
Yeah.
And then he's
it goes around wrecking cameras and film reels. Yeah. That was his bit. He wanted to kind of ruin it for everyone else.
People were livid. They wanted Mr. Moto back.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to understand that Mr. Moto was a fictional character played by Porky Pig.
Yeah.
Or they didn't seem to care. It's like if we went, oh no, there's been a crime. Where's Sherlock Holmes? It's like, well, he's not real.
He's not a real
just
guy.
The police in. Just like, no, I want Sherlock Holmes.
I want actual Sherlock Holmes to come and solve this problem.
Yeah. The other interesting thing, though, was it was the footage of everyone being angry was on our side of the portal.
Yeah, it was. It was like real world footage.
Yeah. So it's odd because our Warner Brothers wouldn't worry if a load of toons
were getting up in arms about it.
So I think it's less covert on their side of the portal than it is on ours. I think it's probably more common knowledge on the Toon side of the portal that our world exists.
And you can get to
it. Than it is from our side of the portal, where our Warner Brothers have tried to keep it pretty...
This is fake, this is just a cartoon.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't hurt your tiny little minds.
Yeah, there is no interdimensional rift going on. Yeah. Like, we're all okay.
So there's a greater force at work that isn't necessarily Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers
is the front organisation.
Is the front organisation. Yeah. And then within that organisation, there's Arrest, the agency for the rescue/retrieval of escaped Toons.
Yeah.
They're like a task force within that.
Within an umbrella of this agency.
So, so
you need to work out what this agency is. Because Warner Brothers are front, you've got Arrest there for, escaped Toons.
They're a specific department. Like it'd be like the Arrest is like a specific department of the FBI, I guess, or the CIA.
Yeah.
So we need that equivalent FBI/CIA level.
Yeah.
NSA.
We need the umbrella corporation. Not corporation. We don't need the umbrella.
We don't
corporation.
need it. No one needs the umbrella corporation. No.
T-virus. No. Oh, that'd be horrible.
Well, it would. I presume it was in the. I presume it didn't work out fine in the Resident Evil universe.
No.
I stopped playing them, but I presume it didn't.
I can't imagine it went well.
I can't believe it, and everything was fine from
that on. Then they all woke up and it was a bad dream.
Yeah.
Well, I did find it interesting. Totally off the Resident Evil topic. Which is probably good because that's not what we're talking about.
Because that's off the topic that
we're back onto topic. Invisible Man gets up to his dressing room, takes his cloak off, still likes to wear boots and a hat, just so we can see.
Oh yeah, I think I know where you're going with this.
He ate an apple, and it was visible inside him.
But that's fine. But it's the fact he ate an apple in pieces, and there's a visible whole apple inside him.
But it's always kind of the whole Invisible Man thing. I've always kind of thought, all things that are invisible. If you can you see if you inject his blood with something?
Invisibility as a power is always a weird one.
Yeah,
because I also thought about it, like when you play that sort of which would you rather game, and you sort of do different superpowers.
Yeah.
And one that comes up quite often is the ability to see through walls. Now, there are a lot of questions that raises. Like, can I switch it on and off? Can I select a wall to see through? Or can I just not see walls?
Oh, God, it'd be horrible. It's kind of like it's like super speed as well. Like, super speed is great, but only if you've got the super speed and brain capacity to deal with it. Otherwise, you're hitting everything.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could run as fast as the Flash, but you couldn't comprehend what you were seeing quick enough.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be ruined. And then, as soon as you hit a wall, you'd splat because you don't have, superhuman strength.
Yeah.
To resist hitting the wall at 3,000 miles an hour.
These powers all need supplementary powers.
They do, which is why whenever you're playing the Would You Rather game, it's like a half-hour game for one question because you have to cover all the bases of the questions. You have to.
You have to. Cause don't agree to it. Don't sign anything until you've covered.
No. It's the same reason why anybody says, will you do us a favour? I always say, it depends what it is.
Yeah,
I need clarification because once I've agreed, I'm pretty much bound to do it.
Yeah, so I'm not agreeing until...
I'm not agreeing until I know
it's...
everything.
I know it's reasonably easy.
Yeah.
And in no way,
It's like, can I do it and is it going to be a lot of effort?
Yeah.
If I'm getting a yes and then a no...
Is it evil?
Yeah.
And
how evil?
If so, how evil? Who's the mark?
Yeah. So, anyway, that again...
But invisibility in the Toon world...
Do you think he was born invisible? Do you think... Because in the end, Porky injected him with an anti-invisibility serum. Yeah. And it turned out to be a human. Which again I found kind of odd.
Well, I did say the invisible man. He wasn't the invisible pig or the invisible walrus.
That is true. But man's just a gender definition, isn't it? Rather than a...
I think they've always referred to Porky as a pig, though.
Yeah, they have.
I don't think they've ever called him a man.
No, but I suppose Egghead refers to himself as a boy or a man at points as well. But there again,
but he's in this He's in this disastrous Pinocchio situation.
He really is. I'll be a real boy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he wants to be. Yeah, so he injected him. So, think the Invisible Man, it was an accident? Or do you reckon, like, he was born that way?
Maybe.
Or maybe he was exhibiting a toon power and just did it when the winds changed. You know when your mum said, "Oh, don't pull that face because if the wind changes, you're stuck with it."
Yeah.
He was exhibiting a toon power. Wind changed.
So he could previously turn invisible.
Yeah, well, it's a toon power. They're like, you know,
I don't think any toon can turn.
No, but it seemed to be his.
That's his bit.
Yeah, and then the wind changed.
But then we've seen like Jekyll and Hyde sort of potions as well. Like maybe there's invisibility potion,
possibly.
And then the wind changed.
And then the wind. So mother logic holds true.
Yeah, I reckon
in the tooniverse. So every saying your man's got, happens in the tooniverse. Yeah, if the wind changes, you're stuck that way.
Let's see if that pans out. Let's chalk that up as a working theory.
man logic works.
Any theory that your man's got.
Yeah. Happens in the toon.
Yeah, it's law.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Two Curious Puppies number. I think we've got time for that this time around.
Yeah, I think so, by the looks of it.
So it's called Presto Changeo, which also sounds like... It sounds like... Because the last one was all Home in the Future stuff.
Yeah.
And like that sounds like it's all going to be gadgetry and...
It does, doesn't it?
As well. Maybe that's maybe that's the thing that they are exclusively curious about.
It is like these kind of
contraptions,
like world of the future, sort of thing.
They love it. Two futurist puppies.
Two futurist puppies.
Okay, so that's Presto Changeo, March 25th, 1939. How are we feeling about that?
Happy Rabbit's in it.
Yeah, he's not listed as in it.
No, he's not listed.
Definitely him.
Oh, it has to be. And he's looking a lot more bugs.
Yeah, he's got a taller physique.
Yeah,
he just I don't know. He looks a bit more with it. He's a little less constantly daffy.
Yeah, he hasn't quite got that face yet. He hasn't got the classic Bugs face, and he doesn't have the white patch.
Yeah, he's getting there. It's a slow evolution.
It is odd that he's in that and just not listed though. Because I was very surprised when he turned up, but not House of the Future.
It was not House of the Future. It was like a magician's
Shamfu
house. Shamfu,
and all of his many. We don't actually know if we saw.
No, so it might be Happy Rabbit, but there were also like
some mystic hands
sometimes that did various things, and normally were what some.
Or at least mystic gloves.
Yeah, mystic gloves.
We assume mystic hands.
Yeah. They were normally what brought Happy Rabbit into and out of the proceedings.
Yeah.
So we have to presume that there was a Shamfu, I think, behind the scenes there. And the Happy Rabbit is basically the rabbit that you pull out of the hat or whatever. But he's also sort of acting in the role of assistant as well. Yeah. Like he's in on the bit.
He knows what he's doing, and he seems to be doing it quite well. A lot of inanimate objects. Primarily the rope being a bit of a dickhead.
But then I don't know that I don't think they were necessarily sentient objects. I think they were because you're in his house.
Yes.
Like the whole place has been set up to do all these tricks.
Because that's what I was thinking. Because we were talking about magic and whether or not magic is real or not real in that world. But there again, in a world where you've got toon powers, there doesn't necessarily have to be magic because everything is essentially possible.
Yeah.
Because you've got things demonstrating toon powers.
Yeah.
Kind of willy-nilly, which in our world would appear to be magic. You know, if the sun decided to start screaming at us.
But there's a line where I think it ceases to be toon powers, right? Like, so in the Egghead one where it was in the medieval land, there was stuff that was definitely there to appear magic. Now, obviously, that was in one of the Eggs World parks.
Yes.
And so, it was
a setup.
It's a setup. But that, I think, even to their eyes, would be magic, not a toon ability.
Yeah. Not not a toon power.
But yeah, I think most of this was like set up to be tricks. Like definitely, and to appear as tricks. Like
so set up as illusions.
Yeah, magic in the same way as when you go and see a magician. Like no one really now goes and thinks Darren Brown is magic.
He's magic. He's a devil man.
He's a devil man.
He's a devil man.
Yeah, no one's denying he's the devil man. No one thinks he's magic. They just think he's devil man.
Just think he's a devil man.
A devil man.
Actually, I quite like Darren Brown.
But yeah, when we saw Shampoo written there, we thought we might have to get the old hats out, but no, it panned out. It was okay.
It's fine.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much raised.
The puppy's still not demonstrating any special level of sentience. They were just there, being curious, getting beaten up by a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, well,
the big dog getting beaten up by Happy Rabbit.
But he got his own back in the end.
He did get his own back. He gave him a right black eye.
Yeah.
And then the smaller puppy getting, assaulted by a rope.
Yeah, I'd still be interested to... I don't think the rope was sentient, but then it was an elaborate rope trick.
That was hell. It was a lot more than the classic Hindu rope trick.
Oh yeah,
a lot more.
But then, as I say, it's in this whole setup where the behind the scenes hands could probably just rig whatever they wanted to happen.
I'd imagine so. But what was the guy's house though? I mean, do you reckon if you go into Darren Brown's house,
no, but I don't think it's his actual house.
You're thinking it's that's where you go, to see him, and that's his studio sort of thing.
Yes, I reckon so because it had the sign outside that was the home of Shampoo the magician, which is,
so it could be like a haunted house type scenario where you go and you walk through,
whereas
you never normally see.
Yeah, because I doubt Darren Brown's house has a sign outside saying "Home of Darren Brown the Magician."
We can find out. Let's ask Darren Brown.
I'll tweet him.
Yeah, just we'll send him a tweet. Look, have you just got a massive sign out there? If you have, send us a pic. Let us know.
Okay, we'll tweet him. We'll tweet him after this.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, that didn't answer much.
No,
didn't get much from that. So it's a bit of a.
Well, the biggest thing that was in that was Happy Rabbit making an appearance.
Yeah,
that was
an undocumented appearance by our list. But then there's nothing to say this list is exhaustive.
No.
Yeah, we could be missing all kinds because I'm not checking them all.
No.
There's a lot of Looney Tunes already to watch.
Yeah.
Without me checking every single one.
We're in March 1939, and what's this, episode 9? We're on, so
yeah. It's taking us about a year every 4 episodes, pretty much, in the way we're currently doing it. So I don't want to exacerbate that.
No.
Time marches on.
It does.
So I think we'll leave it there for this week. We'll start up next week with Chicken Jitters, which is a Porky Pig number. And next week, I think, should give us the last appearance of Egghead.
Oh. And for our 10th episode.
And it'll be our 10th episode.
So that's I think that's quite nice. I think that's quite, we hit a milestone. Yeah. See the end of Egghead.
Well, seeing the end of Egghead, do we see the end of Egghead next week? Because seeing the end of Egghead, maybe we can make it. We can get there.
6. That'd be the 6th episode that we'd watch. Yeah. So we probably could.
Yeah, let's get that done.
Yeah.
But yeah, because to see the end of Egghead, what that means is we can cement our final Egghead and egg part theories, because that's not going to come up again.
Yeah, that's it. After that, we've got all information.
That is what happened after that. So that's worth doing.
Yeah, and if episode 10 happens to be a longer episode, because we want to get that in, then it's a milestone, isn't it? It's a milestone. It's a milestone.
Get some party poppers.
Yeah. Woo! That was, I don't know how many party poppers that was. An obvious impression of a party popper.
It was good.
Thanks.
It's good. It's great for the people who are listening now.
Watch my actions. Woo!
It's good.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Right, okay. We'll see you all next week then.
Yeah, catch you next week.
With the party poppers.
Woo!
Bye!
Bye! If you notice anything that we might have got wrong, or any comments, or you just want to say hello, or goodbye, or good evening, or good night, you can contact us on Twitter at TSJCommunity, or you can drop us an email at thespacejamcontinuum@gmail.com.